Here's Nicholas Castellanos. And that's in for a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
0-2.
Comebacker to the mound. Tosses to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th. And the batter now, Jock Peterson. Popped out and fouled ground first time through. Ground ball right side. Jeter. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom 4, and now the right fielder, Ken Griffey Jr. And that one fouled off.
Well, these guys doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. And now the catcher comes up to him, Cal Raleigh. Ball 1, no strikes.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Next offering is fouled back. Check swing, and he went. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
1-2's the count.
That one ripped. And it one-hops the wall. Now he'll turn for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Double into the gap, and that was a really nice swing to beat the inside pitch. He just beat him to the spot. Kept his hands tight inside that baseball, and that just allowed him to drive it into the alley right there.
2-0. Fought off foul. Here's a 2-1. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. Now all even up. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That's back there. Out of here. And they add on. It's 3-0. Stepping in, James Wood. That pitch in for a strike. 0-1. A little out front there as he swings through it.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
In the air, left field, down the line. Makes the grab, 2 down.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Swing and a line drive ripped right center field, and there's a hit. And that keeps the inning going. Corbin Carroll swings it now. Good power, and he's homered off some really big names early in his career.
Yeah, Boog, his first home run was against Yu Darvish. He also got to Clayton Kershaw and Max Scherzer shortly after. It's easy to gain confidence when you're having success against the biggest names in the sport.
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Williams. And that's the inning. And we're back. We go to the top of the 5th. Leading off, Javier Baez.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
The shortstop takes the ball. That one finds the corner. 1-2. That's down and in. And a swing and a miss. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. And a strike to Devers.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
1-1.
And now
Ball,
2-1.
outside.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Just misses. And the count's full.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a two-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well. So much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Williams takes low, second trip to the plate in this one. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. They get it in quickly, so first and second, now 1 out.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Swing and a miss. And that's strike 2.
2 strikes.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. In the air, left field. Wood on his way over. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. Yasmani Grandal up to hit. First time up was a pop out. Oh, right to the backstop. And 2 in scoring position now. Thanks to that wild pitch. Not close with that one, and a count 2-1. That's a slider for a strike.
Ball.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Full count.
Here comes a 3-2. To the right side, Jeter. Fires over to first. Out number 3. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And the batter will be the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes.
0-2. Ball.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Ohtani now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Next offering is downstairs.
You can never say enough
1-1.
about Ohtani. In 2023, he became the first player in AL/NL history to hit 40-plus home runs and record more than 10 wins in a season.
That one off the mark. Now 2-2.
2-2.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Ohtani tries to check his swing. Now a look to third. He did not go around. Swing and a ball lifted to center field. Duran moving under it. And there's 2 away. 2 down, base is empty. Now it's the second baseman, Derek Jeter. 0 for 2 in this one. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Castellanos makes the catch. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the top of the 6th. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Brian Roberts. Strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The pitch. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Back to the top of the lineup. Next to hit, Jarren Duran. Check swing, called strike.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Line drive, and this might be trouble. Around first and hustling for second. And that's a double.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Didn't get cheated on that swing and squared it up perfectly. Came off the bat at 111, and when that's the case, the odds are very much in your favor as a hitter.
Line drive and foul ball. 1 out and a runner at second, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Just missed. That one is hammered right field. That's back there. Makes the catch on the edge of the track. Runner tags and goes to third. Here's Jock Peterson. In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate.
0-1.
Duran at third with 2 away. And it's quickly 0-2 on the designated hitter. And that's down and away. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one's carrying. Pulls it in on the warning track. Bottom of the 6th. Now it's the right fielder, Ken Griffey Jr. Skeens back to work. Right side. On to O'Hearn. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. Here's the catcher, Cal Raleigh. Pitch misses. 1-0. Swing and a miss. That one at 1-0-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Outside corner for a strike.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. It has the distance. Gone. A solo shot. It's 4-0. And here's the first baseman, Tyler Soderstrom. And a swing and a miss there.
0-1.
And now the count is even. The 1-1 is fouled off. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. 1 out, bases empty, and a run in here in the bottom of the 6th. That one ripped right center field. And in one hops the wall. Makes the turn and heads for second. And that's a 2-bagger.
Having a really nice game here. That's his second extra base hit. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Now here is James Wood. And the pitch a little bit low, ball 1. Swing and a miss. And a count 1-1.
1-1.
And it's strike 2. 1 out and a runner at second.
1-2's the count.
And there's a fly ball deep right field. Could be extra bases. coming home. The relay to the plate, in there. He scores. And it's now a 6-run lead. 1 out, runner at second. Rolling now at the plate. That one's in there. That's strike 1. On the ground to short. They put the tag on him, but safe at first. It's a fielder's choice. This is Corbin Carroll. Swing and a miss.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
1 ball,
Rolling.
2 strikes.
The runner at first with 2 gone. Swing and a miss. And we're back. All set for the start of the inning. Edge of the zone for a strike, and it's 0-1. Kopech in his 6th season. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and occasionally uses a cutter. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Kopech deals. This to third. Nice grab. Fires to first. In the dirt, and he picks it. And that's a great play. Rappy coming to the plate now. 1 for 2. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Swing and a miss at a slider.
1-1.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Next pitch is outside.
Ball.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
2-2.
And a good eye there.
Good fastball there. I think it was a purpose pitch. Just want to make that hitter's feet uncomfortable. And that location will definitely do it.
The 3-2 is outside, and it's ball 4. Man at first with 1 gone. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Bernie Williams. Liner, base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away. In the dirt, but kept close. And that's in for a strike. And the slider catches the zone.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge, just changing planes and very.
Soderstrom to Elliott, second for 1, and that's quick work out of the. Set for the last half of the 7th. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Elly De La Cruz. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Well, these players really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. So far, they have 6 hits in the counts where the pitcher has had the advantage, so it hasn't been easy for them, but they're finding a way to get it done.
In the air to left center. Williams hauls it in, and there's 1 away. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. 0 for 3 in this one. Out to short, and a base hit right there.
Went up there looking to be aggressive. And got something he could handle. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Another throw over.
No,
and he's back in that time as well. Only one more disengagement left after that move. Now at the plate, Derek Jeter. First pitch, not close. Headed down the line. Castellanos on his horse. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. Shohei on the go. High in the air, out to right. Castellanos on the move. Castellanos pulls that one down. And they almost caught him, but he's back in time. And now Ken Griffey Jr. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
0-1.
There goes the runner. Pitch outside.
Nope.
Throw. Save. That's a stolen base. In the dirt. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That's going back. Back some more. That one is gone. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 7-0. Raleigh, the next to hit, takes ball one. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here at the bottom of the 7th. What a stop. Throw to first, and he's safe at first.
He's in there.
And now the first baseman, Tyler Soderstrom. Swings and misses. Strike one.
It's 0-1.
Raleigh leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Swing and a high fly ball pulled foul, and that's out of play. On the ground, right side. Over to Baez. That's the 3rd out. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
All right, Singy, you've tightened up the hairdo, but back when you played, how valuable was it to have a barber in the clubhouse?
Well, Boog, I'm going to say invaluable. That's how valuable that it was, because I was the barber. Yes, I was the team barber, man. I'd be cutting hair. 7:05 game. I'd be finishing cutting someone's hair at 6:45.
Whoa.
And I'd ask these guys, you're making millions of dollars. Why can't you go to a stylist and get your hair done? You're coming to the clubhouse pressuring me to cut your hair before a game.
Just off the inside edge. Would they pay you?
No, absolutely not. Not even a meal on the road. So I think it's great now that most of these teams have professional barbers that come in and make them look fresh before the games.
And a foul ball. Scale of 1 to 10, how good a barber were you?
For a non-professional, I'd say I was probably a 7. But if I was comparing to professionals, I'd be like a 3.
That missed. That's a ball.
I'll never forget the time that I cut Jose Canseco's hair. He had a pretty big melon, Boog. And
big dome?
It took a while.
Yeah.
There's a little pressure there, too, because he had a big date that night, and he wanted me to make sure that everything looked good.
Wow.
Yeah. He's a big guy, too. I didn't want him to hurt me.
Yeah, he's large. So, man aboard. Now the number 2 hitter, Nick Castellanos. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Swings through that one for strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And ball 1.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Swings through that. And it's bottom of the 8th. Now the left fielder, James Wood. Swing and a miss at 100 miles an hour. That one the other way. Oh, he gloves it. Scott Rowland digs in now.
Great hops right there, Boog. He timed it just right to bring that liner down, and he saved a knock.
0 balls, 1 strike.
1 down, base is empty. And now it's even up. Just missed.
Ball. 2-1.
Off the plate inside. 3-1. That's ball 4. Tried another sinker but couldn't find a zone. Runner on at first with one gone. Corbin Carroll getting ready to hit. Foul ball. So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Bernie Williams.
Man, it must be nice to pull a superstar off your bench, huh?
Rolling over at first with one away. Now a screamer into the outfield. Duran right there to make the grab. And there's 2 away.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Castellanos makes the grab. And welcome back to the ball. Inside just missed. Treinen, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
And the next pitch is way outside.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
And it remains 2-2. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that, somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, stuff is just too good to fail.
Junior makes the catch for the out. And there's one away. The batter now, Javier Baez. That finds the mark on the inside corner.
And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for hitters to pick the ball up. It gets on them a little bit quicker than they anticipate, even though they know what the velocity numbers are.
The shortstop takes the ball. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Yeah, there's the strike. They say you win. Man at first, one away.
1 and 2's the count.
And that's the strikeout looking. Now only 1 out remaining. Digging in is the switch hitting outfield. Bernie Williams. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Gets off a throw, and that'll do it.
Well, we saw complete domination in this one. The offense exploded for a blowout, and then the pitching staff